Okay, on the previous two videos, we went over horizontal and vertical translation, and now what we're going to do is we'll apply it to given problems. So it says apply the following transformations, 2 units to the right and 2 units down to the following equation. And the first equation is where y is equal to f of x. So before we do anything else, what we want to do is we want to apply those, write the replacement for these horizontal and vertical translation. So therefore it says 2 units to the right. So therefore we know that x is going to be equal to 2. We're going to subtract 2 to both sides. So it'll be x minus 2 will be our horizontal translation. And 2 units down, so y will be equal to minus 2. Then we're going to add 2 to both sides. So it'll be y plus 2 will be our vertical translation. So now on the first equation, given that y is equal to f of x, what we need to do is we need to substitute that value for x, x minus 2 for x, and y plus 2 for y. So we'll make the substitution. So y is going to be y plus 2 is equal to f of, and x will be replaced by x minus 2. And like always, we're going to solve for y, so we're going to subtract 2 to both sides, which gives us a final formula of y is equal to f of x minus 2 minus 2. And that's a transform equation of question number 1. So now, for question number 2, on this question, we're given a formula of a conic, more specifically an ellipse. So we have x minus 2 squared over 4 minus x plus 2 squared over 36. Oops, 36 is equal to 1. So what we have to do is now we have to apply these horizontal and vertical translation for this elliptical equation. So what we do is we're going to substitute these values. So on the horizontal translation, they already have x minus 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a further minus 2 to that equation. So minus 2 squared over 4 minus, and for y, we're given y plus 2, and we're going to add another plus 2 to the value of y squared over 36 is equal to 1. Now we'll add everything inside the bracket. So, well, minus 2 gives us negative 4. So x minus 4 squared over 4 minus, and plus 2 gives us positive 4. So y plus 4 squared over 36 is equal to 1. That's how we did get the transformed equation of ellipse. One is moved 2 units to the right and 2 units down. So now for the third equation, which is a trig function, we're given y is equal to 3 sine of x plus 4. Now likewise with all the other equations that we did, we're going to substitute y as y plus 2. So y plus 2 is equal to 3 sine, and x will be replaced by x minus 2, x minus 2 plus 4, and we're going to solve for y, so we're going to subtract 2 to both sides, and we get the final equation of y is equal to 3 sine of x minus 2, and plus 4 minus 2 gives us positive 2. And that's the transfer equation of this trig function. So now the next question is going to be, you know what, I'll change the color here so we don't get mixed up too much. So for number 4, we're given an exponent where y is equal to 4 to the power of 2x plus 2. On this, whenever you're given a coefficient of x, it's very important before you apply the translation to factor out that 2. So it's going to be 4 to the power of 2. We're going to factor out a 2. So in the bracket, that gives us x plus 1, because I have to factor 2 from both 2x and 2 to give us x plus 1 in the bracket. Then now we'll substitute the values of y and x as before. So y is replaced by y plus 2 is equal to 4 to the power of 2. We have x plus 1, and we're going to subtract, minus 2 inside the bracket, minus 2, which gives us y plus 2 is equal to 4 to the power of, well, plus 1 negative 2 gives us x minus 1. And before we finish it up, we have to solve for y, so we're going to subtract 2 on both sides. So it gives a final equation of y is equal to 4 to the power of 2, bracket, x minus 1 minus 2. So now for the final question, we're given a log function. So 5 is equal to y is equal to log of 4x. And before I move on, I'm going to scroll down a bit to give me a little bit more room. So we're going to substitute y as y plus 2 is equal to, log of. And again, since we have a coefficient 4, we're going to factor out that 4 from x. We're going to substitute the x as x minus 2. And we need to solve for y, so we're going to subtract 2 on both sides. So the final equation of this transformed log function will be y is equal to log of 4x minus 2 minus 2. And that's how you apply the horizontal and vertical translation to different types of equation. And we'll kind of explore more equations as we move on to other units more deeply, and we'll go from there.